Your final exam in Daniel 12, Wicked or Wise, by Klaus Bruckmeier, Panama, 8th of the 7th in 1626, or Gregorian date 22nd of the 9th in 2023. Date format of the presentation is day, month, and year. Exam text, Daniel 12, verse 6. And someone said to the man clothed in linen, who was above the waters of the stream, how long shall it be till the end of these wonders? Verse 7. And I heard the man clothed in linen, who was above the waters of the stream. He raised his right hand and his left hand toward heaven, and swore by him who lives forever, that it would be for a time, times, and half a time, and that when the shattering of the power of the holy people comes to an end, all these things would be finished. I heard, but I did not understand. Then I said, O my Lord, what shall be the outcome of these things? He said, Go your way, Daniel, for the words are shut up and sealed until the time of the end. Many shall purify themselves and make themselves white and be refined, but the wicked shall act wickedly. And none of the wicked shall understand, but those who are wise shall understand. And here is your exam task. What is the meaning of the following verses? Daniel 12, verse 11. And from the time that the constant is taken away, and the abomination that makes desolate is set up, there shall be 1290 days. Blessed is he who waits and arrives at the 1335 days. But go your way till the end, and you shall rest and shall stand in your allotted place at the end of the days. Sample solution. First step. Key point is the constant and its taking away. According to Strong's Concordance, H8548, Talmud, continuance, constant, eternal, perpetual, the regular. From an unused root meaning to stretch. King James Version translates as always, continual, employment, daily, evermore, ever, perpetual. Psalms 119, verse 142. Your righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and your law is the truth. Exodus 3:15. And God said moreover unto Moses, Thus shalt you say unto the children of Israel, Yahuwah, the God of your fathers, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob, has sent me unto you. This is my name forever, and this is my memorial unto all generations. The constant, Talmud, means the name, the law or Torah, thus also biological or physical laws. This is the name of Father Yahuwah in the genome of mankind and angels. Second step. What is the abomination of desolation? First Maccabees chapter 1 verse 54. Now the 15th day of the month Keslu, this is the 9th month, in the 145th year, they, upon command of King Antiochus Epiphanes, set up the abomination of desolation upon the altar and builded idol altars throughout the cities of Judah on every side. Verse 59. Now the 25th day of the 9th month they did sacrifice upon the idol altar, which was upon the altar of God. Matthew 24:15. So when you see the abomination of desolation spoken of by the prophet Daniel, standing in a holy place, let the reader understand. Erecting the abomination of desolation is the legal approval of the COVID-19 vaccine. In United Kingdom, UK, on the 2nd of the 12th in 2020 Gregorian date, which is the 16th of the 9th in 1623 Anno Mundi. United States of America, USA, on the 11th of the 12th in 2020 Gregorian date. This is the 25th of the 9th month in 1623. On this date, the Emergency Use Authorization EUA by the US Food and Drug Administration FDA was used. Exactly to the day, this repeats the abomination of desolation at the time of the Maccabees. Understanding the biblical calendar is vital. See appendix. In Revelation 13:16, the abomination of desolation is called the mark of the beast. The so-called COVID-19 vaccine changes the genome or DNA and substitutes the name of the creator god Yahuwah, Hebrew letters Yod-Heh-Vav-Heh, which have the numbers 10, 5, 6, 5, with the numbers 10, 5, 6, 6, 6, 5. The original human DNA contains 144,000 chromosomes. The changed one contains 216,000, which is 600 times 60 times 6. 5 billion people worldwide have agreed to being changed into non-human hybrids, into mixed creatures. In addition to the fulfillment concerning the human genome, there is a second application, namely the destruction of the bodies of the fallen angels. The body is the temple. See 1 Corinthians 6:19, John 2:21. Heavenly and earthly bodies. 1 Corinthians 15, verse 40. There are heavenly bodies and earthly bodies, but the glory of the heavenly is of one kind, and the glory of the earthly is of another. Daniel 8:11. Yeah, he magnified himself even to the prince of the host, and by him the constant was taken away, and the place of his sanctuary was cast down. The word sacrifice was added and leads to confusion. This is the same scene as in Revelation 12 verse 4, in which the dragon's tail draws 1/3 of the stars into the soil. The dragon's tail is the false prophet, see Isaiah 9:15, who introduces the mark in Revelation 13:11-18. United States of America, specifically Donald John Trump, with Operation Warp Speed, War on the Seed, represents this beast out of the earth. He is the son of perdition, the second Judas Iscariot, in whom Satan entered literally. John 17 verse 12, 2 Thessalonians 2:3, and Luke 22:3. We literally have to deal with fallen angels in the flesh. Since when? Revelation 12 is a star constellation, which was visible over Jerusalem on the 22nd of the 9th in 2017. This date was the Feast of Trumpets, the first of the 7th month. 9 days later was the Day of Judgment, or Yom Kippur, Gregorian date 1st of the 10th, 2017, biblical the 10th of the 7th. See Leviticus 23 verses 24 and 27. Since then, at least 7 fallen angel kings, which are the gods of the nations, Deuteronomy 4 verse 19, reside on our flat earth veiled in human flesh. Annotation. The following list is presented as likely and not as absolutely sure. The 7 angel kings are Xi Jinping, China the Red Dragon, Donald John Trump, USA, false prophet, son of perdition, King Charles III, Great Britain, Antichrist, Emmanuel Macron, the Sun King of France, Vladimir Putin, Russia, Gog, the Prince of Moscow and Tubal, Ursula von der Leyen, President of the European Commission, Pope Francis, Jorge Bergoglio, Rome, King of Vatican. China, USA, Great Britain, France, and Russia make up the UN Security Council. These angel kings make up the beast out of the abyss, which is ruled by the mother of harlots, earthly Jerusalem, with her fake Jews, the synagogue of Satan. Revelation 2 verse 9, 70 verse 18, Ezekiel 16 verse 2 and 20. USA represents the land Babylon. See Jeremiah chapter 50 and chapter 51. The short version of Daniel 8 verses 1 to 14. Great Britain, the winged lion, falls in 1944. the Bretton Woods New Hampshire Agreement of July 1944. USA, the eagle's wings, take over world domination. US dollar is world reserve currency. In the so-called Cold War, which was USA and NATO, the he-goat of the West, versus Soviet Russia and China, which are represented by the ram and the East. The deadly head wound of the Soviet Union occurred on the 9th of 11th month in 1989, the fall of the Berlin Wall. Since the 1st of the 10th, 2017, Donald John Trump appears as false prophet. On the 6th of the 12th in 2017, he signed the so-called Jerusalem Law. Jerusalem became again capital of Zionist Israel. This marked the beginning of the 2,300 days. See Daniel 8:14 with Daniel 9:24. On the 14th of the 5th in 2018, opening of the US Embassy in Jerusalem. This marks the end of 70 years Babylonian captivity. On the 11th of the 3rd in 2020, Donald Trump hands over USA to United Nations WHO. This is the end of the US Constitution. COVID-19 pandemic was announced by the WHO. On the 11th of the 12th in 2020, introduction of the mark or abomination of desolation using emergency use authorization EUA. On the 23rd of the 8th in 2023, the end of US petrodollar. Saudi Arabia and Iran are joining BRICS. Babylon USA has fallen. On the 24th of the 3rd in 2024, the end of the 2,300 days or 70 Sabbath. The temple is cleansed. There is a heavenly sanctuary, a human and angelic bodies. This marks the beginning of the second Exodus, the first fruits, the 144,000 in Gizeh, Egypt. End of grace, all cases decided, the door is closed. Third step in the sample solution. When do the 1290 and 1335 days end? Gregorian date 11th of the 12th in 2020 plus 1290 days is the 23rd of the 6th in 2024. Biblical date is 25th of the 9th in 6023 plus 1290 days is the 16th of the 4th in 6027. Gregorian 11th of the 12th month in 2020 plus 1335 days is the 6th of the 8th in 2024. Start day included because of waiting. Biblical, the 25th of the 9th in 6023 plus 1335 days is the 1st of the 6th month in 6027. Step number 4. What happens at the end of the 1290 in 1335 days? After 1290 days, this is the end of the scattering of the great multitude of Revelation 7 verse 9. Exodus meeting at Mount Horeb in Saudi Arabia. See Isaiah 11:12 and chapter 52 verse 12, Jeremiah 23 verse 3. After 1335 days, murder of the spiritual Israel by the dragon's host in Jerusalem. See Ezekiel 38, resurrection after 3.5 days. See Revelation 11 verses 7 to 9. Page 11 shows the chart end time 7 years. Page 12, Daniel 12 verse 4. But you, Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book until the time of the end. The unsealing began in Passa of 2018. See Revelation 6 and Revelation 10 verses 5 to 10. Daniel 12:9, he said, Go your way, Daniel, for the words are shut up and sealed until the time of the end. Verse 10, Many shall purify themselves and make themselves white and be refined, but the wicked shall act wickedly. And none of the wicked shall understand, but those who are wise shall understand. Are you a wicked or a wise one? part of the 5 foolish or the 5 wise virgins? I wish all of my listeners Yahuwah's blessing and that you may pass the exam. Amen.